ना, नहीं तो मैंने कहा पहले आइडियाबाज का डे। सो आइडियाबाज, अगर शार्क टैंक सुना है तो आइडियाबाज भी सुना है, तो फिर अच्छी बात है, क्योंकि आइडियाबाज इज नेक्स्ट वर्जन ऑफ।
मत करो, he will get offended।
भाई पूरी बात खत्म तो करने दो, तुम पहले बीच में काट रहे हो। सो पॉइंट है कि जो आइडियाबाज है इज मच बेटर एंड बिगर देन शार्क टैंक। वाई? क्योंकि इट इज़ वर्किंग ऑन इकोसिस्टम ऑल्सो। खाली टीवी पे जाके विजिबिलिटी नहीं है। सो हम इकोसिस्टम पे भी करते हैं। दे डोंट जस्ट डू वन टीवी शो, दे डू मल्टीपल इकोसिस्टम, मल्टीपल एक्सेलरेटर programs with multiple universities to colleges to many other states and all. Even with government of Bangalore, Karnataka, government of Karnataka, Bangalore, they are doing multiple things and all. So we are trying to create that right ecosystem. And Navneet ma'am, she's been Miss India, 50th Miss India, and working as an entrepreneurship for, especially for women, and working with many companies and helping them out in the brand visibility and all. So my maybe first question to you, Mudit ji. So IDEABAAZ is there, show is there, and like a topic, future of growth with business, media and capital. So how you think ki media, your investments, business, and this everything happens and get benefits to startups or company or anyone around?
Thank you, Sahil ji, and thank you everyone for sparing out time and listening to all of us. So thanks, really our privilege to have all of you here. Before giving answer to your thing, Sahil ji, just a small thought which I want to share, sir. So हमारा आइडियाबाज का डे वन से ये नहीं है कि हमें किसी को compete करना है या किसी से बेटर होना है या किसी से बेटर नहीं होना है। द आइडिया इज स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम पे बहुत सारे लोग काम कर रहे हैं, एवरीवन इज डूइंग देयर बिट। द आइडिया इज नॉट टू compete with each other to show that हम बड़े हैं आप छोटे हो या मैं बेहतर हूँ आप inferior हो। द आइडिया इज नॉट दैट। द आइडिया इज लेट्स बिल्ड इट टुगेदर। If India has to be a next powerhouse of innovation, we have to build it together. And when I say together, यहाँ पे मीडिया का बहुत बड़ा रोल होगा। शार्क टैंक, आइडियाबाज, ABC, XYZ, हर किसी का अपनी अपनी जगह रोल है। Everyone is there to create value on the table. So the idea is we have to do it together, whether it is media or it is academia or it is VC ecosystem, चाहे कोई भी stakeholder हो, we have to build it together. Now coming to your thing, so media, capital and business. I think since decades, businesses have been built in closed boardrooms. Funding has been raised in conferences rooms, and media has covered all these sort of businesses after they have become success. But I think now that era is over, cause in today's time, business creates value, media creates trust, and capital brings velocity. And I think none of these three can create a transformational business alone. All these three have to converge, cause business without visibility can't get scaled, can't get customers. A strong story, a compelling story or compelling narrative can't be successful without a proper execution. It is just a noise. And capital without conviction will only inflate the valuation. Likewise, we have seen many examples. So if we want to bring or if we want to build next generation of iconic businesses, that has to be built at the convergence of all these three: business, capital and media. And at the intersection of these three is where IDEABAAZ is building that ecosystem.
Thank you so much. So over to you, Navneet ma'am. So how do you think, like, why or how startups we can, through this visibility or marketing or a branding or getting visibility on shows or maybe on a TV helps them? So because you are from the media line, so do you think startups need these things or not?
Thank you for your question, Sahil ji, and good evening, everyone. Well, like Mudit ji said that, earlier startups or businesses were made in boardrooms. Correct. And also it was just the capital that could make businesses grow. But today I think media is the new currency and it is very, very important. It starts with giving a good narrative, a good story, and your purpose behind your startup is very important. Why are you doing what you're doing? The minute that connects with your consumer, there is no way that they will not connect to your product. Your product will sell next only after your story sells first.
To add to it, what Navneet ji have just said, to highlight, in fact, essentially, yes, media accentuates the entire proposition. It's an entire, it's an entire chain. See, visibility creates credibility. Credibility creates customers. Customers attracts investors. Investors attract growth. So I think this is the complete gamut of cycle, complete ecosystem. Without visibility, nothing will gonna happen. I'll just highlight one of the critical examples that I have been highlighting in many of my conversations from last almost a year. Being a citizen of our country, most of us do not know or are not aware of what is the kind of innovation that is happening inside IIT's campus. There is many of remarkable innovation that is happening across IIT campus, but 99% of we citizens of India are not even aware of. And that's where there is a responsibility of media to highlight what kind of innovation that is happening in our country, to scale, to help them scale. So that's why, totally agreed what Navneet ji have said, that media is, it has a bigger role to play.
So, Mudit, tell me how IDEABAAZ is creating an impact differently from others. So there are plenty of maybe not just TV shows, but institutions, I would say, who's been working on this ecosystem, startup ecosystem. How do you think IDEABAAZ is creating an impact differently?
Okay, so first of all, there are two things to it. As we are highlighting the impact of media, authentic storytelling is pretty much the core of any business. We have been, all of us have been grown up since many decades by hearing lines that Buland Bharat ki buland tasveer hamara Bajaj. What essentially this thing is, media has created that sort of trust with authentic storytelling. Daag achhe hai na. Again, authentic storytelling to create that sort of trust among potential customers as well as potential investors. And there are many examples like that. So what IDEABAAZ is doing is, IDEABAAZ is going to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities, in the heart of India. Our heart of India is not just in, metro cities of the world. So our heart lies in tier 2, tier 3, the kind of innovators that are there. But because of lack of access, lack of awareness, lack of networking, they are not even aware of what brilliant idea they may have or they are sitting on. So we are going towards those tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 innovators, bringing them to main entrepreneurial landscape and effectively building up their authentic storytelling to create that sort of trust among potential customers, among potential investors. And that is the reason we are trying to create the entire ecosystem beyond television show. Because in today's time, founder need much more beyond than just the capital. They need network access, they need mentorship, they need the kind of global exposure. So that's where IDEABAAZ is filling that gap.
So like he has talked about storytelling. So tell me, how you think storytelling is an important factor for any company or any, I don't think any just a startup or a company, but maybe any movie also, it's more of a startup, it's more of a storytelling. So how you think, or maybe what is storytelling is about, or maybe you want to share any instances like this has impacted?
See, today if we are sitting here, let's also take a movie as a product to sell. And it all starts with that one idea. And that idea, the way it is nurtured, and then you find the purpose behind it, you connect your soul to it. And like Sir said, that it is not just you sell. You will never, in today's day and age, you will not make money if your purpose is only that I want to sell my product to make money. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. You have to find your purpose. You have to create that impact. Even for films, I would say, till the time you don't have a strong message or something to convey where the audience connects, our audience is evolving every single day. Even for the industry, I think today it is very difficult to understand where the audience is. And similarly, let's say Gen Zs decide they have a mind of their own. And they will look at your product. They will look at the film in a way that no other generation has. They are so exposed to, internet. They are so exposed to technology. And now with AI coming in, there is so much of content and so much of information. And a lot of times the information that you don't even need. So you have to decide which way to go. So when it comes to products or films, I think to have a clear narrative, a clear story, a clear purpose behind what you're selling is very important. And it has to somewhere. And you have to pick your audience. Today when we make films, you cannot say that entire any age group, any region, or every country is my audience. No, you pick your audience. This is my audience. Similarly, for a product, you select which is your consumer market, and they are the ones you cater to. So again, it is media that can create that impact and can sell the way it should be and to reach your correct consumer.
Yeah. So maybe, so I've heard in very early age in your childhood, you said manifestation, you have manifested, like you said, I'll become a Miss India. No? So do you think there's any importance of manifestation, or is just a myth?
I totally believe in manifestation, and I think to an extent, I believe that I am a result of manifestations.
Excellent.
Even today. Thank you, sir.
The science, the excellence I have for you, I can get you Miss Universe.
Thank you, sir.
We will take it.
Thank you, sir. Well, yes, because if you have that thought and you believe that you can do it, so somewhere deep down there is definitely a purpose that you want to create a particular thing for. You're not just creating because you thought of an idea and it is market friendly and people want this right now. And like sir was talking earlier, that it is not just what the market wants, it is what they don't know they want. So when you can deliver that, that's where you will find your space. And it is manifestation because it grows from somewhere deep down. I think so much of technology and so much of advancement in everything hasn't happened without manifestation.
I totally agree. In fact, two of the most important and critical aspects that you have touched upon, you have used two words, purpose and manifestation or belief. I think these are the two most critical currencies that we all have today. See, we do not have any dearth of entrepreneurs in our country. What today's India want to become, next gen powerhouse is purposeful entrepreneurship. Not just what problems I am addressing, what problems I am addressing to uplift the entire society, to elevate the entire humanity per se. So that purposeful entrepreneurship will decide the next gen of or next version of today's Bharat. So that is very much required, purposeful entrepreneurship. Another point that you have highlighted is the belief and conviction. And I think the biggest startup in today's Bharat, which today India is building, is not any AI or any fintech. It is the belief that we are building up. Belief that a small kid from tier 3 city can build a unicorn. It is the belief that we are building, and that belief is throughout, from the academia to the political office to the social office. This is the belief that they are building, and together, if we can cultivate this belief, the entire proposition of humanity can get elevated to next level, and India can become a global powerhouse of innovation, and not just innovation but purposeful innovation.
So tell me one thing more. So these are there, but you see startups failure rate is too high. So how do you think those startups, and from those startups we can create those legacy businesses? Do you think anything is missing, or you are doing much more things so that startup failure is less and they are converted into much bigger businesses?
So two things, which I have seen from my experience as well, and while through the journey of building IDEABAAZ, what we have seen is, as I have highlighted, that there is no dearth of innovative ideas, there is no dearth of entrepreneurs, but what today's India needs is not just fostering entrepreneurs, but building entrepreneurial ecosystem, integrating end-to-end value chain of the entire entrepreneurial ecosystem. And I think IDEABAAZ has been born with that concept also, that we are bringing every stakeholder of the ecosystem to handhold these founders from 0 to 1, 1 to 10, and 10 to 100. Today, any startup can't operate in silos. And when any startups start operating in silos, that's where the problem starts. So if there is academia to support, there is VC ecosystem to support, there is entire investor fraternity to support, there is mentorship to guide, to navigate. There are entrepreneurial ecosystem like IDEABAAZ who are bringing next level of networking opportunities for these startup founders. This success ratio of for startups going from 0 to 1 or 1 to 10 becomes higher. So the idea is to support from an ongoing basis. The biggest critical aspect, as we say, in startup jargon, valley of death, we say. Okay, so that valley of death is nothing but, when, founder is all alone, navigating all those kind of challenges. See, challenges are being part and parcel of any business. It's not startups. There are many of successful businessmen sitting in this room. So all these businesses, there is no single example whereby there are no challenges. In fact, challenges evolve you as a founder, evolve you as a person, evolve your business to to go to next level. So the idea is how we navigate those challenges together, and that together is the key.
So tell me one thing, investors are there. So what do you think investors' role should be there? Like I've known that out of 42 companies invested at IDEABAAZ, you yourself has invested in those companies, and not just the investors coming on the show, but IDEABAAZ itself has invested in the company. That's one part of it. But again, along with that, what role do you think investors should play more with the startups and all?
I think one aspect which I would really like to change, though that thought process is getting evolved, but still on a larger scale, I would really want that thought process to evolve. See, generally investors start thinking in a transactional way, that I'll invest 100 rupees and they will become 500 after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatsoever it may be. This transactional thought process has to be evolved. Investor is a kind of co-creator with founder. If I am investing 100 rupees in any business, I need to engage with the founder, not maybe necessarily at the level of product innovation, but maybe assisting the founder by leveraging my own network, how I can help that startup grow. And that can be number of ways beyond capital. So when I as an investor start engaging with founder on those discussions, that how I can help you apart from the capital, how I can leverage my network to help you grow, to scale you. Maybe I can assist with them with some PR, some marketing, maybe some my global network access, maybe some of my network may end up becoming a potential customer for those startups. So it's about co-creation. It's not, I have given 100 rupees, now you create. So that spray and pray approach has to change.
So Navneet ma'am, so tell me one thing, like we say कि startups हैं, तो startup शुरू करने से पहले सोचता है कि क्या होगा, कब होगा, कैसे होगा. So it's an always doubt. So you are an actress, model, and now you are a pilot also, है ना? So you recently did a pilot course. तो आपके भी दिमाग में ऐसा था क्या कि भाई अब क्या होगा, कैसे होगा? Should I do it? Should I not do it? क्या होगा? So it's the same feeling I believe a startup has. So share your experiences maybe कि कुछ fear नहीं था कि नहीं बस चलो ठीक है.
There will always be 99 reasons to not do it, and there will be just that one reason to do it. So just go after that one reason. For me, if like I said, I would say my life is a result, or I am a result of manifestation. It has always been, if it feels right, I will do it. There will be, the more you think about it, or the more you discuss with people, there will always be, क्यों करना है, क्यों नहीं करना है, and so on and so forth. Don't get into it. If you feel it is right, and if you think that this is what I must do, just follow. And like he said, there will always be ups and downs. And if you don't have those struggles, then just become an employee. You will only be an employee. You have to go through all of it to build your business, to build your startup. And I think that's the fun. That's the fun part of building something from the core. Whether it is now as a pilot, the day I decided, I've been thinking about this for years, and there was this just one night I said, okay, I'm doing it now. You know, there could have been a lot of other reasons if I would have gone and discussed with everybody, why do you want to do it now? And like there are questions now, are you going to go fly for an airline? No, I wanted to fly, so I am just flying for myself. Just do it. That's all I would say.
So I always say, like talked about, so there's only one difference between an entrepreneur and an employee. Or entrepreneur or non-entrepreneur, you can say, maybe, or employee. So that is only one thing, that is risk-taking capacity. So if you are a risk taker, be an entrepreneur. Even if you are an employee, I always say, if you will be a risk taker, being an employee, then you will become a CEO of the company. You will scale if you take risk within your organization. But risk taking is the most important thing. Another point I would add is, so I always say, be consistent and be persistent. लगे रहो, अड़े रहो, तो चीज़ें मिल ही जाएंगी. जब तक लगे नहीं रहोगे, अड़े नहीं रहोगे, तो नहीं मिलेंगी. Maybe 1 day, 100 day, 1000 day, 1 lakh day, जो भी है, जितना भी है, लगे रहोगे तो कुछ मिल ही जाएगा, बन ही जाएगा. So that's always important. You want to add something? Maybe.
I was going to say कि employee बनना है तो अपनी company के बन जाओ. Instead of किसी और के. I mean, of course, we all need that workforce. They add a lot of value to what we do and what we are building. But yes, like you said, जिसको safe चलना है या आपको थोड़ा risk नहीं लेना है, तब आप वो एम्प्लॉय बन के या फिर आप सीखना चाहते हो, तब भी आप उस स्पेस में जाते हो. बट अदरवाइज आई थिंक जस्ट बिकम योर ओन कंपनीज एम्प्लॉय.
सो बाकी मीडिया और इसके बारे में सिर्फ यही बोलूँगा. सो आई जस्ट ऐड टू इट. सो आई विल से कि आपने प्रोडक्ट बना लिया, किसी ने मेडिसिन बना ली कैंसर की, अब वो कह रहा है घर में बैठा है कि यार बिक ही नहीं रहा, तो घर में बैठ के तो बिकेगा भी नहीं. So point is, you have to go out and get visible, get visibility through media. Until you get visible, people won't know that you are selling that product. So visibility is important, media is important for all startup. और पैसा तो चाहिए ही है. So I always say finance is the king. Oh sorry, blood. King तो है ही है. Cash is always the king and finance is always the blood of any organization. चाहे marketing करनी है, sales करनी है, employee को पैसे देने, कुछ भी देना है, पैसा तो चाहिए है. So business and all, everything is required. So thank you so much. Maybe if you want to add anything.
Yeah, just to add one more thing. So coming back, the essence is, media is very much a critical role to play. Because for any entrepreneur, before building any product or after building any product, what an entrepreneur needs to create is the trust. That is the most valuable currency. All these businesses, which we are seeing around us, have been successfully creating trust month after month, year after year. Because trust is the most valuable currency. Your customer will invest in you because of this trust. Your employee will invest their careers in you because of this trust. Your investor will invest their capital in you because of this trust. And this trust, the biggest enabler of building this trust is media. So that's the only thing I mentioned.
जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. Simple as that. Yeah. So yeah, please. So मैं बोलता हूँ लिखता है.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to call Mr. Navneet Goyal on stage for felicitation.
Facilitation के बाद so we'll पहले facilitation कर लेते हैं.
Thank you so much, Naveen sir.
So we are. Sorry. Yeah, please. So now there is an announcement to make, है ना? So Punjab Angels is becoming official partner to IDEABAAZ, IDEABAAZ is becoming official partner to Punjab Angels. एक ही बात है वैसे, है ना? Yeah. So we are becoming official partners for this region, Punjab. So you know, तो मैंने शुरू में बोला Northern India to above वो region है ना? So we are becoming official partner, but मैं नहीं बोलूँगा. I think Mudit ji he'll share more about what the partnership is all about. But yes, we are doing such partnership. Yeah.
Excellent.
नहीं, so we'll sign the MOU also. So we are signing MOU. Maybe we'll first sign the MOU in presence of maybe. So maybe I invite Mr. Anupam sir also on stage. So he's been one of the judges, one of the titans at IDEABAAZ, and we are thankful for his presence over here. He's been owner of Liberty. Liberty, everyone knows the brand Liberty, I believe. So he's been owner of Liberty. And so thank you so much, sir, for coming. Yeah.
10 minutes are delayed.
This event is all about networking and building meaningful connections. And now, today, we are witnessing one such connection. A huge round of applause for the new beginning of IDEABAAZ and Punjab Angel Network. Congratulations.
So over to you, Mudit ji, for announcement. Yeah.
So as I have highlighted that IDEABAAZ is not just about a TV show. It is bringing that entrepreneurial culture across length and breadth of our country. And we truly believe that as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, entrepreneurship is not captive to Bangalore's or Gurgaon or Delhi or Mumbai's of the world. So we want to capture every length and breadth of our country and the kind of innovation that is happening in tier 2, tier 3 city. And specifically Punjab, why we have chosen Punjab and want to make Punjab as a core center to the entire North India. Because I think entrepreneurship is in the DNA of Punjab. If we talk about history, this is the state which has given us green revolution. This is the state when every farmer have become an entrepreneur in itself to save our nation, to become the food producing nation, not just for our country, but for the entire world. Let's go to history again. This state has particularly defining the entire definition of courage. Guru Gobind Singh Ji has once said, चिड़िया नाल जे बाज लड़ावा ता गोविंद सिंह नाम कहावा. I think that is in fact the actual definition of entrepreneurship. Making and empowering a simple ordinary entrepreneur or ordinary person to achieve extraordinary results. That is in their DNA of Punjab, and the kind of innovation that is happening. In fact, a day before yesterday, I was in the event of Punjab Investor Circle, and the kind of innovators that have come over there, you know, from tier 2, tier 3 cities, building innovation of deep tech or maybe defense tech. That is the kind of, you know, innovators that we have. The only thing which is required is to build a systematic, integrated ecosystem to bring these innovators to the limelight for the entire nation. And through this collaboration, this is our joint effort of bringing those entrepreneurs from Punjab and rest of the cities, rest of the towns to the mainstream entrepreneurial landscape. So that's just a brief.
So in short, अगर किसी को IDEABAAZ पर जाना है तो मेरे थ्रू फिल्टर होके जा सकता है जल्दी.
Maybe Anupam sir, can I have your views as well?
I would like to add to this that events and media, when we are talking about, and shows like IDEABAAZ is what actually bridges the gap that we have, whether it is between cities, universities, different startups, entrepreneurs. It is shows like these and platforms like IDEABAAZ that is so instrumental in bridging that gap. You're doing a wonderful job.
You can become our brand ambassador.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much. And maybe Anupam sir, you are here, so we would love to hear you also for 5 minutes. And it would be good for our audience sharing your experiences, maybe how you build.
So I think I've just entered, so I've heard great talks about how you're accelerating the startup culture, and I've been here, and I think I completely endorse Punjab is absolutely a machine. And I think my association with IDEABAAZ, I have taken a lot of learnings. You know how you build legacy businesses, which has taken years, but now businesses are probably created in a very short time. And I think there's a lot to learn, and I think together we can do a lot. And how businesses were built in the past, there were no shows like IDEABAAZ, there were no brand ambassadors like her, and economies like you. I think the total ecosystem and the way network is getting together to accelerate. And I think as a startup investor, I encourage, and I'm always there to support and give any kind of market access and whatever acceleration in the idea. I think I'm happy to be part, and we'll eventually do a lot of things together.
So always say, जब मैंने 5 साल पहले, so I started this Punjab Angels Network around 4 years ago. So always say सब पंजाब के अंदर जितने भी startups से they go to Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore to get this कि यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है. तो मैंने कहा था ठीक है कुछ नहीं है ना, तो then that is the I would say cake. और जब मैंने अपनी CE and ISB did ISB also CE also left everything, and I want to create that ecosystem कि लोग है कि नहीं यहाँ पे भी कुछ है. So that was the thing when I left everything and launched this Punjab Angel Network. And I think through this IDEABAAZ, I'm getting more closer to things, getting those visibility and getting those Punjab-based startups, maybe manifestation, है ना? So getting that manifestation, and we'll be soon having a visibility that people would come to Punjab and northern India above, not only Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, I would say Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir,
This is what I
everything
wanted
is there.
to add.
Yeah.
While you can start with Punjab, but I think with your ambition, you should become national and international, and not restrict yourself to Punjab.
You will hear many things soon, one-to-one especially, which I'm not disclosing now, but I'll definitely share. Many things are coming up on board. Yeah. So maybe anyone want to add anything? Thank you so much. Maybe we'll like to honor you. So maybe. Thank you so much for your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Lastly, one thing to also share with all of you, that IDEABAAZ is organizing a IDEABAAZ Startup Fest. As I have highlighted that IDEABAAZ is beyond a television show. So we are organizing IDEABAAZ Startup Fest in August last week, August 26th to 30th in Bharat Mandapam. It's a 5-day event whereby we are bringing every stakeholder of the ecosystem during this fest. So we would like to just play a 2-minute video for this, so that you can get a brief gist of that. Thank you. Thanks all of you for becoming a patient listener. Thank you.